This game is not suitable for children for those who are easily disturbed. Am I a child? Am I easily disturbed? Nope. Individuals suffering from anxiety, depression may not have a safe experience playing this game. For content warning, please visit. Oh, fine. If I play Doki Doki, you're at least 13 years of age, and you consent to the exposure of highly disturbing content. What do you mean? It's just an innocent, little anime game about reading books. That's all it is. Right? Good, make sure they hear it. Excuse us, I already read that. Shit's a bot. New game. Enter my name. No. My name is that's my name. My name is oh. Hey. I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air. Warning! Another warning for this game, or for this stream. I am not a good reader. I am not the best reader. So, oh, I didn't turn the lights on. Oh, you know what? It's a scary game. I mean, maybe. So, we'll keep the lights off. Or, I just talked to myself, GG. I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air, like she's totally oblivious to any tension she might draw to herself. That girl was Sayori, my neighbor, my good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of girl you never see yourself making today, but it kind of works out because you know each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. It's kind of rude. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Fake friend. I overslept again, but I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You said that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's me, huh? I'm just a fucking child. I should not be playing this game. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Damn! Huh? Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be me even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near the street, become increasingly speckled. What? As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute.
By the way, have you decided on a club to join yet?
Club?
I told you already, I am really not interested in...
I thought that was her. I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either.
That's not true.
You told me you would join a club this year. Did I?
I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of the many conversations where I disciplinedly go ahead with whatever's going on about.
Sayori seems like... Fuck me. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me, but I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. A little bit meta.
I was talking about how I worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET.
Is that a slur?
In a few years, because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you.
Alright. I'll look at a few clubs and that makes you happy.
No promise.
No promises though.
Will you at least promise me you'll try a little?
Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that.
Yay!
Why do I let myself get lectured for just a careless free girl? More than that, I'm surprised I let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she doesn't exaggerate everything inside of her head. School day is as ordinary as ever, and is over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking at an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants you to check out some clubs. I guess I had no choice but to start with anime club.
Hello?
Sayori? Must have come into class while I was spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom.
I thought I'd catch up. Thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed.
You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club.
Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know.
Know what?
Well, then you could come to my club.
Sayori?
Yeah?
There's no way I'm going to your club.
Meanie!
Sayori's vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had an interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club, since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club. She inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club.
Come on, please. Why do you care so much?
I gotta. I read this first. Why do you care so much anyway?
Well,
What's happening on our monitor?
I know. I kind of told the club yesterday we'll be bringing in a new member, and Natsuki made cupcakes and everything.
Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out, I let out a long sigh. No? Okay. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay?
Yes, let's go!
As thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. And the devil. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit because it's generally used for third year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door.
Everyone, a new member is here. I told you don't come.
Chat. I told you don't call me a new member. Eh? I glanced around the room. Girl 1.
Welcome to the Leisure Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sorry, always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. What a surprise.
I did not intend that. No.
What a nice surprise. Welcome to the Leisure Club.
My words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Oh my god, women. Oh my god, the opposite sex.
What are you looking at? If you want something to say, if you want to say something, say it.
Sorry.
Natsuki.
No, my name. No, it's hair. Nah, it's hair. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is the one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made the cupcakes, according to Sayori.
You can just ignore her when she gets moody.
Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls.
Anyway, this is Natsuki. Always full of energy. And this is Yuri. Yuri! The smartest in the club. Don't say things like that.
Yuri, who appears comparatively more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you.
Yeah, it sounds like Yuri
Monica! Why was I was like Monica. Like, bro. Stop it. My racist ass.
And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again.
Sorry. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica.
Come sit down. We made room for you at the tables so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes.
Hey! I made it! I need the different voices. Actually, no, I'm just gonna do the girl voice.
Hey, I made them! I'll get them! Sorry, I got a little too excited. You know, how about I make some tea as well?
The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it is widened so that there is one space next to Monica, one next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marched back to the table, tray in hand.
Okay. Okay. Are you ready?
No, it's sorry. Natsuki lifted the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. How cute. The whiskers were drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears.
So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Yeah, you know. Just hurry and take one.
Sayori grabs one, and then Monica, I follow.
It's delicious.
Sayori talks with her mouth full. Stop. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. The single angle? Jake, what is wrong with you? Am I mentally challenged? Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glares in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki.
Why are you thanking me? It's not like...
Haven't I heard this somewhere before?
Made them for you or anything. I thought you technically did.
I thought you technically did. Sayori said,
Well, maybe. But not for, you dummy.
Alright. My bad. My bad, bro. My bad. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom?
Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, does a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book?
I guess.
Yeah, don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not...
Insulted, Yuri looks away.
I meant that,
I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I at least enjoy tea.
I'm glad.
Yuri fatally smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me.
So what made you consider the literature club?
I'll phrase this question. Something tells me that I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so...
That's okay, don't be embarrassed. Well, make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it is my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone.
Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member of any of the major clubs. Weren't you leader of the debate club last year?
Well, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. Feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I must rather take something I personally enjoy and make something out of it. So I encourage others to get into literature to fulfill that dream. Monica really is a great leader.
Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised that there aren't more people in the club yet. Must be hard to start a new club.
You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the efforts for something brand new. Especially when it's something that grabs your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it.
Everyone exactly agrees. It's just different girls. Women. Fuck. All interested in the same goal. Monica, Must have worked really hard to just find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up their level of enthusiasm about literature.
So, hey, what kind of things do you like to read?
Considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga, sorry. My bad. I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up.
Hey!
It's like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet.
Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change.
What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyways, what about you, Yuri?
Well, let's see.
Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger.
My favorite are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds.
I'm reading from the other screen, that's how I'm doing that.
The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive.
Yuri goes on, completely passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the time I walked in, but it's obvious by the time her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people.
But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually emerge me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can be so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw away for a loop?
What? How did I do that?
Anyways, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once.
I definitely grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock.
Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say that. But if a story makes you think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Well, why's that? Well, I just...
Zuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second.
Never mind. That's why you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called "Don't Say It Out Loud!" And give it back! Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are.
It's my voice racist. Like, I'm just doing a girl voice, like a enthusiastic girl voice. I'm not... Sori settles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders.
I'm not cute!
Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess sometimes.
Why
Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share it with them sometime?
No!
Natsuki averts her eyes.
You wouldn't like them.
Not a very confident writer yet.
I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities, and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers.
I guess it's the same for Yuri.
I wanted to read someone's poems.
We all sit in silence for a moment.
Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Huh?
Asuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica.
Let's go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That's why everyone's even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now we have a new member. I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right?
Monica smiles smiley at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem.
What's that?
Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I blindly come forward with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club.
Come on, Harry.
Story may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes.
But I'm sorry. I saw. It's not. See?
You all have defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is a price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided I'll join a literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes lit up.
Yes, I'm so happy!
Sherry wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey!
You just scared me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would have been super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club.
Thanks, I guess.
Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember today's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share.
Monica looks over at me once more.
I look forward to seeing how you express yourself.
Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Asuki clean up their food.
Hey, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together?
That's right, Yuri and I never walk home together anymore. Because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well.
Yay!
With that, the two of us depart the clubhouse and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yori, and of course Monica. Will I ever be happy spending every day after school in the literature club? I mean, bruh, it's no other guys. Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Or all of them. What? Alright. I just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess I start with writing a poem tonight. Oh, I'm actually right. Didn't dox myself, GG. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen to whoever likes your poem. What? Does me write a poem? Jumpy. The massacre. Little bliss. Whistle. Shame. Flying. Sugar. Romance. Boop. Disaster. skirt. Toad will look cheer. Nightgown. Okay. Jump, childhood flower, breathe, bouncy, smile, bouncy. I'm really liking Nasuki apparently. Fluffy. Okay. Broken misery. Just out of nowhere, just misery. Spinning, explode, commit, drown, heart. Explode. Awesome. Awesome! The shopping, Doki Doki. Socks! What is this poem? Ribbon, pain, fear, sticky. Excuse me? Monica Doki Doki Twitch. Bunny. Mouse. Nibble. Sunny Fleet. Whatever this word is. Pink. Shit. I'm really. I'm not trying to lean towards her. I'm speaking the words I like. Cheeks. Hot. Alright, I guess Nasuki likes me. Monica Doki Doki Twitch, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate that. Hi again. Glad to see. I apologize about your voice, Monica. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last one to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise. I hope this isn't too overwhelming for a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on! Like he deserves any slack. She already told me you didn't even want to join any club this year. Hey, last year too! I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you just won't see the end of it. Nasuki, you currently have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the clubhouse. Nasuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga, it's literature! Swiftly defeated, Nasuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. He always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Why'd I say that in regular voice? I'm stupid. Sayori, that's because your room is messy. That's because your room is messy. It's distracting. Sorry, I'm kinda... Okay, sorry. And you almost set your house on fire once? Oh shit. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and can we go good friends too? Sayori? Sayori? As usual, Sayori seems oblivion to the weird situation she puts me into. Fuck me, I can't read. Oh, Sayori even brought you something today, you know? Yuri, I mean. Wait, Sayori! Huh? Me? Buy me a gift? I don't get. Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nice. What is it? Never mind.
Sorry you made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking.
I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. Sounded kind of weird. It will make me happy no matter what.
Is that so?
Yeah. I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be.
Alright. Well, here.
Sherry reaches into her bag and pulls out a book.
I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted.
This is... How's this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she think I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. Definitely. I do actually take the book.
Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think.
That everyone was settled in. I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. I forgot what's going on. Yuri and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is running across in the closet. I heard Natsuki out there and ask, "What?" After I sigh within the closet. Sigh. I can't read. I can't believe I doxed myself. I can't fucking believe I doxed myself. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there?
Frickin' Monica! She never puts my stuff back in the right place! That's why keeping your collection organized with someone else is just gonna mess it up!
Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the half. Manga.
You read manga, right?
Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into, and until you figure out where the other person stands. How did you know anyway? Because you said that to her the other day.
I heard you breaking up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face.
What's that supposed to mean? What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a long volume of manga set of stacks of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack.
There it is!
Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a book of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest.
Much better! Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world.
I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box that she's admiring. Portrait girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible.
If you're gonna judge, you can go do it through the glass on the door.
She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything.
It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Consider this a lesson straight out of the literature club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact,
Natsuki pulls up a first volume of Portrait Girls from the box.
I'm gonna show you exactly why.
She shoves the book right into my hands. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in a colorful attire, smirking anime feminine poses.
is exceedingly Mo.
Oh, why did I say that?
Don't just stand there.
Oh, oh. Nasuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. I was gay? What? She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the window sills. She passed on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat.
Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that.
Why is that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this.
Don't say that! You make me feel weird about it.
Zuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't actually expect to be sitting this close to her either. But I can say it's practically a bad thing. I opened the book. It's only a few seconds before Nasuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I didn't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am.
Well, how long has it been since I read the beginning?
Huh? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then?
Not really. Maybe sometimes after I'm already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention?
I said the second half of my name. I am, but nothing really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of these since it's rare for writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot.
So,
what should I expect from this? Is there going to be a plot?
well, obviously! You think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot? I mean, well, I guess you know what I'm saying. I guess I know what you're saying. I love the beginning. It's about simple things. Like there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with a guy with an ice cream truck. But that just helps you get to know the characters. And besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all kinds of drama. Like when you get into all their backstories and when some of their romance starts to happen, they're really what makes them so good. There's so many touching parts.
Is that so? Sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you.
Hey, wait! What's that supposed to mean?
What? Nasuki gives me a little shove. I just meant that I haven't yet seen you at your full power.
Fuck. Good save.
This chapter seems like it's about bacon. This is just a guess, but is there a lot of bacon in this manga?
Well,
Nasuki pauses for a moment as she doesn't want to admit something.
yeah. Why does that matter?
It doesn't. I was just curious. Since you enjoy bacon too, right?
That's just a coincidence. I just happened to get into bacon around the same time I got the manga. Like I would ever get into anything because it's in a manga. I feel bad for anyone that impressionable.
Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Nasuki's interest in bacon. So of all the hobbies to pick up from a manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention she's really good at it. Who am I to judge? What's happening? We read on for a few more minutes. I finished a couple chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you?
It's not.
Even though you're just watching me read?
Well, I'm fine with that.
you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any one of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't?
That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know.
What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? I don't like how her eyes moved.
Could you not rub it in? Jeez!
Sorry?
Oof! Oof! Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face!
I know those kind of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gratify towards the other losers around over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Wait, which part?
I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it up in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe here in the clubhouse. In the clubroom. Except Monica was kind of a jerk about it. Ugh! I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am.
Read the fucking first, Jake. I'm here reading it.
Well, it's not like it solves any of my problems.
Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right?
So?
Sorry. Jeez, that's... Sorry, that's enough.
Are you gonna keep reading or what?
Yeah. I flipped the page. Suddenly Natsuki starts laughing. I need to stop doing that. I totally forgot that happens. He points a finger at one of the panels.
Minori is one of my favorite characters. You always feel a little bad for her, since she's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when... Should we talk about that yet? Just finish this chapter.
Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a spark contrast to her usual bossy tone. But she's not used to sharing her favorite mangas with her friends. I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connecting with someone like that. And being able to provide that for Natsuki, for whom it is a rare experience. The thought makes me smile a little to myself.
Okay, everyone.
Huh?
Are y'all ready for today's poems?
Oh shit! You're gonna love my poems. It's about what was it? Sticky. I don't remember.
Oh come on! Could your timing be any worse? Sorry. I just need to make sure we have enough time. Though you do look pretty cozy over there.
Natsuki suddenly notices how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. Alright. Guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it towards Natsuki.
You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens?
Yeah, but Monica just said...
Don't be dumb! Just take it home with you.
Eh? Is that really alright? I said that mostly because I really didn't plan on using my spare time to read this.
Well, of course! It wouldn't take forever to finish if you didn't make it.
I can't read for fucking shit. What's wrong with me?
Just finish that before tomorrow so we can start the next one. And if it gets bent, I'll kill you!
By tomorrow? I only got part way through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. But I suppose that's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Nasuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Alright then. I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book into my bag.
By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night?
Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that
everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait!
Shiori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Shiori is on a wrinkled sheet of loose, torn from spiral notebook. What is my reading? My god! No wonder I was in intensive reading until senior year. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's precious handwriting from where I can sit. Nasuki and Yori relentlessly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Stop putting big words into this. Who should I show my poem to? Well, since Monica was in the chat a minute ago and gave us a follow, I'm going to do Monica first. I should start with Monica. Yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem, and I want her to know I'm putting in effort.
Hi! Having a good time so far?
Yeah.
Good! Glad to hear it! By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can just do better, or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Don't worry. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But that's sort of the barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true. I handed Monica my poem.
I like it,
Really?
It's a lot cuter than I expected.
Oh, jeez.
No! It kind of makes me think of something Nasuki would write. And she's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment.
If you say so.
Yep. By any chance, have you read anything by Seal Steverston?
Eh? Maybe a long time ago.
He's famous for telling all kinds of stories in just a few simple words. His poems can be funny, enduring, and even sad. And sometimes there's only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids. But if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to anybody.
I see. So you're saying that Nasuki's kind of like that?
Sure enough. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it would be the kind of poem to explore.
This is a lot of reading. I need Baja. Baja, give me strength. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable before doing this.
That's okay. I'd love to see you try these things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kind of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write.
Is dude doing this voice this entire stream? I'm gonna lose my fucking voice after this.
It's not like you'd have to worry about a price number or anything. Anyways, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know.
I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall. It couldn't have much been me. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the sparkle portals. A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I never know. I wasn't home. Bah! I peer inside for a clue. No! I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film, left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas. My what? Already scorched with a permanent copy of a meaningless image. Already scorched with a permanent copy of a meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. He, on the other side, was looking in. I doxed myself again.
So, what do you think?
It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
That's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting enthusiasm on the timing between words and lines. With a form out here, it could be really powerful.
What was the inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. I've been influencing my poems a bit.
Epiphany? I don't know how to say that.
Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's my good writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you write a poem or a story, your brain gets fixated at a specific point. If you try too hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tighten it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for a long time, you'll just get a big, dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Hey, Monica. Doesn't make sense to do Sayori. This is a good poem, huh?
Are you sure it's your first time?
Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy, fuck me, who would be writing poems in my spare time?
I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really part of the club now.
Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but it doesn't mean I'll break my promise.
See? It's like I said before, deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do.
Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. And then again, I get denied is just part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all.
Yeah! Am I going to make sure you have lots of fun here, okay?
What is wrong with me?
That'll be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then.
I'm gonna hold you to that. Fuck, God, fuck.
Yay! Now you read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see.
We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes you feel like you miss me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. The sleepy? Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I would sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. What? I want breakfast? Okay. Sayori, it's just a guess, but did you wait until morning to write this?
No! Just a little bit.
You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night. Well,
at least that makes me feel a little better about myself.
Don't be mean! I still tried my best.
Yeah. I didn't mean to say it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It just sounds like you.
Really?
Yeah. Especially the last line.
I made eggs and toast.
Even though you were late to school?
It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing.
Oh, I keep doing it in the wrong fucking voices.
Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best.
Yeah.
The next time I won't forget. Now I'm gonna write the best poem ever.
Well, I guess I look forward to it. Suki?
Okay, well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all,
Suki rereads my poem.
Never mind. I don't feel like giving you my opinion.
Eh? Then what's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said.
Ew! Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poems if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, huh? Well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature sounds like, looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy.
So in other words, you're saying you liked it? Suki retorted, gets caught in her throat.
You're so... You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that. You don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important.
Pretty sure you never actually said that. I said that mostly to myself. Suki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right?
Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't.
Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try. But that's about it. That is the best fucking poem I read all day.
Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
What? Let's be honest. Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all and stuff.
I can't. Sophisticated. Is that what this is?
So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves?
You're right. Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly! I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. See everyone around you do great things. It can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand. But the other
nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but when it all falls flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, I guess not. I tried to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but Natsuki is really proud that I wouldn't take that away from her. Alright, Yori. Yori stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading.
Oh! Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine.
It's fine, don't force yourself.
I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right?
Yeah? Why do you ask?
I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it.
So is that bad?
No! No! Did I raise my voice? I'm so sorry.
Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we haven't really gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying?
Right. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up one of them. I think it's one notable thing is recognizing new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberable. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit with the two together. The end result is that both the style and expressiveness are weakening.
Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it is as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stempling is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you be blamed for. There are so many skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not even finding them and building them, but getting them to work together too, probably the most challenging part.
I'm not doing this voice anymore. I'm a voiceover. It might take you some time, but it comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you vulnerable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do! I'd love to share my thoughts process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if it's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't it supposed to be a literature club? Ghosts under the light.
tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by sickening the blue-green hue of the future. I bathed. Calm's breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flickered back. I'm sorry for just my terrible handwriting.
What? I wasn't thinking about that at all.
But it took you a long time to read.
Well, that's just... Fuck you, bitch. Well, I just don't read scripts very often. I usually think your handwriting's pretty.
Eh? That's a relief.
Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it is really descriptive.
It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems.
Not at all.
I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I want to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Are you into ghost theory?
Woohoo! Hoo-hoo! Woo! Actually, the story isn't about ghosts at all.
Really? I must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it, after all. But remember that poems often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of poems is only being significantly compared to ghosts. Lingering in the last remaining place of comfort,
I'm doing the voice again.
unable to let go of your past, and shouldn't be left with nothing.
That's a lot of solemn putting it that way. I haven't even thought of that. That's impressive.
It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick out one of these things too.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying.
I'm counting on you.
Alright. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glance over the room. It was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me from my mediocre writing skills. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I end up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes landed on Yuri and Nasuki. I generally exchange sheets of papers, sharing their respective poems. As if they read in tandem, I read each of their expression exchange. Nasuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Yuri smiles sadly.
What's with this language?
Eh? Did you say something?
It's nothing.
Nasuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feelings of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that.
I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
You mean you had to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really doesn't come out as nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple suggestions.
If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sherry liked it, and her liked it too. So based on that, I'm gladly gave you some suggestions on my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. Ning! And liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. And the soup. Why didn't the music stop? I don't like that the music stopped. Suki suddenly stands up. Oh! I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Okay, we're back. Good. Fuck me, that scared me. That's not what I. You're just. Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that appreciate my advice more than he appreciates yours. And how do you know he doesn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would be deliberate and go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Ew! Is everything okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as hair started showing up. Nasuki! Nasuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you! I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly both girls turn towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true! She started it! If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems so convoluted for no reason? The meaning just jumps out of the reader. Not force them to have it figure it out. Help me explain that to her. Wait. There's a reason why we have been many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning them most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily eliminating yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right? Well, how did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. Help me, Sayori. Nasuki glaze and me drying up any words I had in my mouth. So instead, I turned to Yuri. But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. No, I stopped again. Sayori! Yeah. Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you're making your friend feel like this? I'm uncomfortable right now. Well, that's not her problem. I'm stop doing voices. Like, I need to learn to read. Like, obviously, so I'm gonna read slowly. Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being. She would never. It's your immaturity that made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? I'm doing the voice again, I'm sorry. This is exactly why no one likes... Stop! Nasuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented. So why are we fighting? Because, well, also, the Kisuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs aren't the same as they always were. Big and... Fuck me, what the fuck is happening? I thought this was a horror game. Sayori stands tremendously. Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori is vice. So this is why Sayori is vice president. I whisper to Monica. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a great leader and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I can't bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing for me. Ha ha ha. Nah. It's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that just means Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You can say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's really suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. Okay. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monica smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. Okay, everyone. It's about time for us to leave. How did y'all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Heh. How about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about to everyone. Awesome! In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learn something with your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. Heh. I think to myself. I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Heh. Ready to walk home? Sure. Let's go. Sayori beams at me. It's really been a while since Sayori and I spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm enjoying it either. Did I read that right? Sayori? About what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No! That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You know, you don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you. Phew. You know, it's nice if we get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught onto the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being a friend of everyone is nice, but does really need to stop there? Well, we'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I passed Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her,
but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's do this. Alright, I'm gonna try and make a poem that fits more Yori's. So she likes like horror and stuff, so... Judgment. Okay. Cage. Okay. Tragedy. Fuck. Frightening. Okay. Depression. Fuck. Eternity? Okay. Fear. Fuck. Heartbeat? Damn it. Cute, nightgown, fluffy. Despise. Hurt. Fuck. Empty. Shit. Dark. Fuck. Horror. Death. Damn it. Antagonizing. Okay. Well, I think fireworks merit. Okay. Inferno. Okay. Temptatious. Okay. Sugar calm. Lust. Milk. I was gonna put milk. Just at the end. Just because I think I got it. Every day, another day passes, and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the clubhouse, the usual scene greets me.
Hi, hey.
Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today.
I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all.
I see. It's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kind of hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks.
Eh? That's not like you at all.
I have my reasons. Why don't you just take a look at your purse, Sayori?
Eh? What's it? Why? What? All of a sudden?
No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously receives her coin purse. She fumbles with the lash and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and let it contain spills onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori.
That's not fair. How did you even know?
It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have brought a snack. You would have brought a snack before coming into the clubhouse. So you're not hungry, and you wanted to make an excuse to take a walk. Or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all of your money, so I can lend towards you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry, and so that only leaves to one option.
Oh, I give up.
Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles.
Eh?
I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always.
I wasn't listening to anything.
It was something in my book.
Yuri! Tell Hat to let me borrow some money.
Don't get me involved in that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling in a devious little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough rebellion. What the fuck is going on with my leg? Did I just... I didn't mean that. I just got too observant in my book. Ooh. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad,
And now I have to accept the revolution. Rebellion. That. Still coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside of all of us, isn't there? Hehehehe. Fucking demon. Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. What? Did she just slap me? Gah! Out of nowhere, somebody smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto her desk. Ow! What was... Eh? A cookie? Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? Is it because I paid my restitution? Rebellion. Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It's totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki! That's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes one big bite. Sayori suddenly clamps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue! You're going to do a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes one bite of her own cookie. Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah? Why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. So I'm really happy that you shared that one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori's off of hers. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite of Natsuki's cookie. There's a weird imagery going on. Hey! Did you seriously just do that? Hey, that's my name. Mouthful Sayori trumps away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're just a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori? Eh? Natsuki glances over. Monica isn't in the clubhouse. Ugh. Where's Monica, anyway? Good question. Have you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. It's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. Eh? You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She probably is more desirable. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me? Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. There you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Eh? Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. But boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glazes at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of lost track of time. That makes no sense though. You would have heard the bell at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. I don't really. I kind of just started recently. I always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool! You should play sometime for us, Monica. Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little better, I will. Yay! That sounds so cool. I look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, huh? Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. I choose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapee. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. One second, I gotta ban this bot. Get banned. Goodbye. Looks like everyone has settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Sayori is back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. But at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of the book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, it seems like to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in the book. Sorry. I'm sorry. I thought it was her. I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. But if I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have two copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just so happened to buy two of them. Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Sayori isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and reliable story. Is that so? What is it about, anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an obvious looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give away anything. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by people who escape from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life seems to fall apart. It's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from out of nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. You're not a fan of that sort of thing, huh? No, it's not that. I mean, I could definitely enjoy those kind of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals, or their own philosophy that they believe in. Just suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be naive,
out of letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plan. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest of it or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my minds, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I'm talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. At least I can listen to, all I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago, you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quietly retrieved the book, then I had put it into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little, I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open up the book and start the prologue. I still understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not particularly a bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really need to. Sorry. I mean... Here. This should work, right? I slide my desk until it is against Yuri's, and then hold the book more between the two of us. I suppose so. Yuri tentatively closes her own copy. Once we lean a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Our shoulders are touching. Oh, good lord, they're touching. The shoulders. Our shoulders are touching. We're about to have the sex. Sorry. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right arm to open the book. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn pages. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the side of the book between her thumb and her forefinger. I did the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to the other side. But holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Okay, our character's kind of creepy, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. Are you ready? To turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a sec. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep it up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you're so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own variation. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page feels like an immediate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page letting it flutter over to the side of her side, catching it under her thumb. Hey, Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she's also second-guessing all the things that she says and does. Like, she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into her head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscences of some kind of mannerisms. I see. Yuri remains silent for a moment. But, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. It's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait! I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I meant more that it's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we waited too long. Yuri exhales, shredding from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I don't have too much perspective either way. In that case, I'll leave a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit. You know? That's a good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book. This slipped into my bag. Okay, I'm gonna stop doxing your subject. I'm gonna save, and I'm gonna end this here. And y'all like my cover screen? Is Goju Pola. It's pretty cool, right? I'm gonna end the stream here. I'm gonna continue this in another episode because then I realized all that I'm reading was take the breath out of me. But I hope you guys have a good day.